The Servant's Ring, a musical. Music and lyrics by Jill Costanzo. Book by Wayne Erreca. Act 1, Scene 1. This incredible story takes place in an English tavern in the days of Camelot. The Camelot we all know and love. The charmed kingdom ruled by King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. Within are rustic wooden tables and chairs, a long bar with ale mugs and wooden barrels filled with wine and ale. Mingling inside is an assortment of common folk, drinking, arguing, and laughing along with three knights, cheerfully boasting. Where's the lass we long for her sweet honeycomb voice to soothe our crusted ears? Easy, good fellow, our ears ache still from her shrilling pitch, bestowed on us week a day ago. We shouldn't torture our drums further, lest we vanquish from her unpleasant bark. Bite that tongue, disgrace not this angel who whispers heaven's bliss to our ears. I fear these words are of a drunken fool, who mistakes foul turnips for sweet-smelling roses. Aye, he is mad, mad as a clapper banging his bell without good reason. Nay, I am a servant of beauty's perfection. Come forth, my sweet one, let us revel in the melodic sound of your honeydew voice.
A long time ago was a gentleman I met. He walked in here and tickled me fancy. He told me that I'd be his lady forever. Then I never saw him again. Since then I can see it wasn't really for me. It would have gotten on me nerves, I see it now. It's funny how things seem to change as you get wiser. What the hell, I'm happy here anyhow. Oh, I'm just a lady in waiting, waiting for one I deserve. He wouldn't treat me unkindly, no, he wouldn't dare have the nerve. He'd walk straight and tall, he'd be proper, sophistication would be his first name. And I'll find him someday, but till then I'm okay, 'cause I like sitting here all the same.
She's quite a lady in waiting. She's anticipating, we're reassured.
She smells like a flower, soft as an angel, pretty as a picture, and she sings like a bird.
Oh, she's just a lady in waiting, waiting for one she deserves. He wouldn't treat her unkindly, no, he wouldn't dare have the nerve. He'd walk straight and tall, he'd be proper, sophistication would be his first name. And she'll find him someday, but till then we're okay, 'cause we likes her here all the same.
I'm just a lady in waiting, waiting for one I deserve.
She
He
smells like a
wouldn't treat me
flower, soft as an
unkindly,
angel,
no, we
pretty as a
wouldn't
picture,
dare
and
have
she
the
sings like a
nerve.
bird.
He'd walk
She's
straight
quite
and
a
tall,
lady, a lady in
proper,
waiting.
sophistication
She's
would be his
anticipating,
first
we're
name.
reassured.
And I'll find him someday, but till then I'm okay, 'cause I like sitting here all the same.
Oh,
I'm
she's just a lady in waiting, waiting for one she deserves. He wouldn't treat her unkindly,
No, we wouldn't dare have the nerve. He'd walk straight and tall, he'd be proper, sophistication would be his first name.
And she'll find
find him someday.
But till then we're okay, 'cause we likes her here all the same.
And I'll find him someday, but till then I'm okay, 'cause I likes it here all the same.
She's quite a lady in waiting. She's anticipating where we are should.
More ale, my tongue's parched, and I have a story of truth to tell. Did me ears hear correctly? A bushel of lies would be better said. Nay, I tell you of a place far away, a frightening land, where those who went before felt the sting of death. It is known as the Valley of the Sorcerer's Skull. I trust you. I trust you play us as dim-witted numbskulls. The lone stranger, attired in the hooded robe, stands and reveals himself as Merlin. Its meaning is clear. Our author, thy beloved king, has fallen under a spell. Do rise, for we haven't time for such trivial formalities. There is a haunting laughter from offstage as Kynwith the sorcerer enters the tavern. He is dressed as splendidly as any evil sorcerer could possibly be, manifesting immense power and eloquence. How goes it, Merlin? Kynwith, what megged lace cadaver did you crawl out from? You choose mere lambs to kill the wolf. An unlikely match, don't you think, Merlin? What a fiery wench. You manifest greater valor than this slop-shod bunch of turnips. What brings you from your dingy hollow? Naturally, to amuse myself with your wobbly-kneed lot. I do not see a stout-hearted one among them to tally forth in aid of your crippled king. You must be blind, for he stands before you as we speak. Where stands your champion? There. Where? There. All I see are mindless minions. Mock me not. Reveal him to me, or I shall rain down a thunderous clap of fire that will consume all of thee. Merlin looks about the tavern, walking slowly to night 1, then to night 2, and by night 3, but continues across the room where he stands directly behind Jason, the young servant. What have we here, Merlin? A virginal knight whose sword hasn't been stained by the blood of battle? Here he stands, my champion. Surely you jest. Do you play me the fool? Certainly you do not intend to send a mere boy on such an important quest. I trust you not. So be it, then. I must make haste. Do warn your champion what awaits him, for his foe does not take kindly to insults. I will make you regret the day you chose a pauper!
Well, I'll be going, yes, I'll be going, for I have other seething deeds which need some hand. Oh, I am glowing, oh, is it showing? I do not know how much more of this that I can stand, to see your king buried deep beneath the sand. That is, if things all work out as I've planned, I must be going, for time is growing. You little twerp, I'll see you on the other side. Ha! You think you're knowing, your fear is showing, and there will be no place on earth for you to hide. Don't count on him to be there by your side. I warned you all, I really did. I tried. I can't imagine how you all could be so ignorant. Oh, tell me, please. But just remember, though, who do you think's running this show? I'll finally have my way with you. The things I've planned, if you only knew the price you'll have to pay. Yes, I will see my day. I'll stoop so very, very low. A side of me will start to show. I can't imagine how I could be so misplaced, misunderstood. Oh, I'll be going. My plan is flowing quite smoothly, if I do say so. Yes, I'm pleased. So I am going. The wind is blowing, and I will ride it out of here with graceful ease. I'd better grab a coat so I don't freeze. Oh, I'm despicable. I'm crude. I'm such a tease. I can't imagine how you all could be so relaxed, so calm, so free with me sneaking about. You'd better all look out. I'll finally have my way with you. I'm merciless. Oh, yes, that's true. Your truth will never be. I'll make sure of it. You'll see. I'll stoop so very, very low. The depths of me you'll start to know. I do detect your miffed. It's clear. I suppose I should be leaving here. Okay, I'm going. All right, I'm going. And I have plenty for you right here up my sleeve. Oh, yes, I'm going. I'm tippy-toeing. But I will tell you one more thing before I leave. I will win this game, I do believe. So long. Farewell. Plan to meet your demise. Oh, God.
Kindworth stops before exiting. Oh, Merlin. Before I go, I think you ought to know Arthur rests peacefully in a deep sleep. As you know, Arthur and I were best friends in our youth, but fate, as it will, separated us that infamous day when he withdrew that blasphemous sword from the stone, casting us on different paths, he to the throne and I into darkness. Instruct your champion he has but 3 days to achieve his quest, for on the eve of the 3rd night, our dear Arthur will disappear from sight. Disappear? He can talk. That's a start. Yes, poof! And I almost forgot. Kynewith reaches inside his robe, pulling into the light a large red ruby ring. Come here, boy. Jason looks at Merlin, who signals him to go forward. Yes, that's it. No need to fear. Not now, anyway. Jason moves to his side. Come closer. Jason inches forward. Put out your hand with your palm to the moon. Kynewith slowly lowers the red ruby ring into his open palm. Whose ring is it? It's King Arthur's. The ring decides the fate of your king. I don't understand. It holds the power of life and death. Don't speak in riddles. Explain to him the weight of the ring. Yes, time is of the essence. Look at its splendor, how it radiates, its majesty. Have you ever seen a more precious ruby in all your life? Jason lifts in the air, inspecting it. It's beautiful. Yes, it is. Do you like playing games, boy? Games? Yes, games. You've been chosen for a quest. Stop dollying around the bush and tell him why. Patience, Merlin. Don't interfere with my fun. The sand of time pours forth as you speak, and it's imperative that the quest begins, for the hour of King Arthur's demise is in the balance. Oh, all right, if we must. Kynewith snatches the red ruby ring from Jason's hand. With this ring, boy, you shall travel into the future. The spell cannot be broken unless the one who wears it can wholeheartedly believe its rightful owner is King Arthur. If you do not succeed in finding this person by the end of 3 days, then your king shall vanish from sight for all time. But why would you do such a terrible thing? Why? 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 Why not? Why? Because he stole it from me. That's why. For he took what was mine. Why oughtn't I to punish him? It was not his throne to possess, but mine. I, the son of the king, and he but a poor cobbler's son. In my youth I befriended him, holding him dear. Yet, before I laid claim to my birthright, Arthur displaced me. He erased me. He disgraced me. Why? Who the devil cares the reason why? As Kynewith begins to sing, a single spot of light should envelope him, leaving the rest of the stage in darkness.
I sit here, my thoughts so clear. I never thought that things could change between us, Arthur. We were young and full of life and full of dreams we acted out together, Arthur. Our hearts, they bled as one, while our souls reached out to catch the sun. had all the time to spare. We didn't care. We didn't care. I must not let all my pain come out and take me over. I must stand my ground, for with all my might I pledge to fight for what is mine. I do not understand why you competed, Arthur. We never played those kind of games. We divided everything the same. We had all the time to spare. We didn't care. We didn't care. Arthur, you were standing and waiting, anticipating. As soon as I turned, you moved in. Standing so gallant in front of the people, triumphantly boasting your win. Well, I would not have believed it if I hadn't seen it. You planned my defeat from the start, leading me on with your deceiving charm. You were just playing a part, a part. Let me make this clear. I will make sure you fear me. Even getting near me, you'll quake. What did you say? I can hear you no more. You will beg, you will bend, you will break, you will break, you will break. All that's left to say is that I've learned to never trust again. You hurt me, Arthur. I will never turn my back again. Why did you desert me, Arthur? We had all the time to spare. We didn't care. Oh, Arthur.
The stage lights slowly rise as before the song. Here, boy. Kynwith tosses to Jason the ruby ring of King Arthur. Let me share a little clue. For the one who seek can be found at the Cambridge bookstore on 5th and Remington Avenue. Whose name shall I ask? All you need to know is that it's a fair lass. Kynwith moves to exit. Now, I must go, but you've not seen the last of me. Our game is on. I shall prove mankind cannot be trusted. Their faith is wilted. I pledge you shall not find a single soul who'll wear his ring to break his deadly spell. He's yours. Do what you must, but you'll live to regret your choice. I guaranteed you will. Kind Wolf departs. What do you think, boy? I think I'm in grave trouble, sir. That you are, boy. That you are. Surely I shall not succeed on such a quest. One step at a time completes one's journey. Be careful not to overstep yourself. Why me, sir? I am but an orphan and an endangered servant. What can anyone expect from me? Wit or brawn does not always measure valor. You shall fare well, for your faith is your strength. You judge me wrong, sir. I'm a coward and tremble at the thought of where you shall send me. Fear not, for I shall be your shadow. Together we shall take flight on wings of a phoenix. Jump on my back and hold tight, for off we go. You wish for me to jump on your back, sir? I do. But did you not speak of a phoenix? That I did, and I shall be transformed. This you shall see. Jump, boy! Time wastes on. Brace yourself, O Merlin, as I leap to God knows where. Jason jumps onto Merlin's back. Merlin lets out with a loud cry. Watch your heels, boy! Break not my ribs! I'm sorry, sir. Be less sorry and hold tight, for into the wind we dare go. Merlin and Jason travel across the borders of time and space. Act 1, Scene 2. As the stage lights slowly rise, coming into view is a London alleyway, littered with debris and trash cans. Situated against the brick wall near the back door of Wally Young's Chinese restaurant are 3 transients sipping from a communal bottle of brandy. Their names are Leo, Caesar, and Rupert. Falls in the air. Can you smell it? All I smell is rotten cabbage far beyond its time. No, it's that special bite in the air that reaches out and slaps you in the face as if to say, wake up and be grateful for another day. The only thing biting me is the damn cold. Is there any brandy left? That's the trouble with you two. When you see a horse, you smell nothing but horse dung. When you look at a woman, all you hear is nagging. And when you hear a job, all you feel is blisters. Let me tell you two fine gentlemen something. There's always a flip side to everything.
Now take this lovely alley where we cozy up at night. We simply couldn't find a nicer place. Yet others might avoid it, for to them it's such a fright, a much too smelly place for them to face. Where bits and crumbs of thrown out food are our delicacy, we wouldn't have it any other way. But some others would much prefer hors d'oeuvres with wine or tea, while discussing all the bills they have to pay. Tell me, can you see the individuality? For there's a flip side to everything. It's so clear to me, and most would quite agree, that there's a flip side to everything. Now take some fine young gentleman who is quite debonair. His clothes are finely pressed, yes, you can tell. But I would much prefer my clothes, they do have such a flair, the way they look and feel, their manly smell. And all the people everywhere running off to jobs, they hardly ever see the light of day.
But we can sit around and eat a drink, we can be slobs.
We don't have to go to work.
we get to stay.
Tell me, can you see
The individuality,
For there's a flip side to everything.
it's so clear to me.
and most would quite agree
That there's a flip side to everything.
Yes, I decided this life I had was too much work for me. So I made up my mind to pack it up and sell. Since then I've taken mortgage out on this corner, you see. And now I feel I'm doing pretty swell. So don't make your decisions without looking at both sides. This I know can pay off in the end. Don't be set on one way just because of silly pride. Allow yourself to take a chance and bend. Tell me, can you see the individuality? For there's a flip side to everything. It's so clear to me, and most would quite agree, that there's a flip side to everything. It's so clear to me, and most would quite agree, that there's a flip side to everything.
Rupert, flip the bottle my way. Just because you sweep out the pub from time to time doesn't make you any better than us. Not better, but definitely richer. Who bought the bottle we're sucking on? You may have a pocket full of change, but we're far from retiring. And you should be trusting there's a bright side to life. Are you bloody blind? What's bright about this place? It's our home. Isn't that bright enough? A home? What are you talking? You can kid yourself it's a grand suite in the Wilshire Hotel, but a nostril full of the garbage should tell you different. We're in a bloody alley, and no one's changing our sheets tonight. Go on, gentlemen. Keep on laughing. You look like crazed hyenas yelping in the night. I know different, though. There's a good turn coming our way. Have you lost your senses? What are you talking about? Ever since I've known you, Leo, you've had strange ideas, downright weird ideas. And it's time you face the facts, because we ain't going nowhere and nothing's coming our way. I didn't say we were going anywhere, Caesar, just that something's heading our way. The only thing heading our way is the garbage truck at 6:30 in the morning, like every other Monday morning. That's right, Rupert. You're bloody right. Hey, fellas, not to change the subject, but what do you suppose we should do this winter? I can hardly wait to hear what you have to say. What is it, fearless leader? We should get jobs. Jobs? Jobs? Not that desperate, are we? A little work for pay will do us right, I say. Where's that going to get us? Perhaps out of the cold into the warm flat with a nice soft bed and fluffy white pillows, a refrigerator full of glorious fruits and vegetables, pork chops and honey-dew ham, clean clothes, shoes that fit with a different pair of socks for each new day, and a quaint table lamp to read a funny novel by. Leo, I like it here. We know what to expect each waking morning. Donuts at the Mission at 7, checking the coin slots in the news racks by noon, and picking up the throwouts behind Wally Young's after midnight. What's there not to like? There is a sudden crashing noise where the trash cans are stacked. It alerts the three to investigate. What do you suppose that is? Probably those blasted cats rummaging through those cans again. They'd have to be awfully big cats because the bloody can't tip over. The three inch closer to the trash cans. What have we here? Standing up from behind the trash cans and garbage is Jason, dressed as he was before in Camelot. I'm sorry for the intrusion, sir. What's your name, boy? Jason. How did you get back there? I'm not sure, sir. Asking why he's dressed like that. Why are you dressed like that? Like what, sir? He looks like he stepped out of a fairy tale. A fairy tale? Yes, a fairy tale. I'm not from a fairy tale. Of course you're not. But where are you from? Camelot. He just said Camelot. There's no such place, boy. But there is, sir. Are you telling us you're from King Arthur's Camelot? Yes, and of the Knights of the Round Table. Leo turns to Caesar and Rupert, suspecting they have a fruitcake on their hands. I think you'd better let me handle this, fellas. And who might you be, kind sirs? Are you of noble blood? Yes, I guess you could say that. That's Caesar. Over there is Rupert. And I'm Leo. I'm honored, sirs. And I'm in good company then. And I'm on a quest sent by Merlin in the name of King Arthur. A quest? Yes, sir. I fear the loony bird's flown the coop. Fancy that. He's on a quest? What kind of a quest, boy? Jason pulls the ruby ring from his pocket into view. With this ring, noble sirs, I seek one who will place it on their finger, believing it belongs to King Arthur. And by doing so, the evil spell from Kinewolf, the sorcerer, shall be broken. What the bloody fun! An evil sorcerer! Hold on, chap. Let's go back to the beginning. How did you say you got here? On the wings of a phoenix did we fly. A phoenix? And you flew here from Camelot? Do we look stupid, boy? There's no such thing as a bloody phoenix. But there is, sir. I don't think we look stupid. Shut up, Rupert. I like the way we look. Leo waves the other two into a huddle. After a brief discussion, Leo addresses Jason. Perhaps I'm being a little rough on you, boy. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong about Camelot and King Arthur. After all, I don't know everything, do I? You always act like you do. Knock it off, you bloody fool. On the second thought, do you mind handing me the ruby ring? I'd like to take a closer look at it. It's not every day you can get the chance to hold the ring of a king, is there? Here you are, sir. Jason hands the ruby ring to Leo, as Caesar and Rupert stand smiling by his side. Never have my eyes seen such a beautiful ruby. Let me have a look. Hands off, Caesar. I'm inspecting its worth. It looks like a piece of costume jewelry to me. Shut up, Rupert. Can't you see he's concentrating? There's not another like it in all the world, and it was forged by Merlin himself. Yes, I do believe you're right, boy. It's the most magnificent piece I've ever had the pleasure of lifting. I mean, seeing. What do you think, Caesar? Yes, definitely, yes. I bet it's worth a bloody fortune. Leo cheerfully grins as he looks at Caesar, then at Jason.
Yes, it is quite clear that those of us who are standing here are quite a group. As you can see, we look as good as royalty.
We wear only the finest cuffs from Paris and some of China's stuff. Gold buttons on our sleeves, we're so divine, don't you agree?
We stand tall and proud together. The Knights of Moscatel. We dress the part so very well.
Did we forget to mention we love all the attention?
We stroll down all the main street ways while common folk bow down and praise.
But a knight is not a knight unless his hair's done up just right. We must prepare.
Now Caesar seems to be quite loud, nevertheless we're very proud. Awards he has received for his originality.
My belt and boots, oh how they match. My hat and suit, I'm quite the catch. Though I would not be seen without my cape of velveteen.
We stand tall and proud together. The Knights of Moscatel. We dress the part so very well. We look extremely gallant.
For this we have a talent.
We're very brave, we have no fear.
As long as we've got beer.
As long as we've got beer.
But a knight is not a knight unless his helmet's put on right. We must prepare.
His sword must be of finest steel. His shield protects with much appeal. His pants just loose enough to kneel. He mustn't ever slouch.
Now he must walk with graceful ease, carrying all the colors, if you please. Anywhere from red to green. I think he's got it now.
We are the Knights of Moscatel. We dress the part so very well.
We know the latest fashion.
Trust us, you'll be quite dashing.
Just put this on, you can't go wrong.
It's fine.
It's keen.
It's smashing. Yes, we are the Knights of Moscatel. Oh, we are the Knights of Moscatel, of Moscatel.
So, Jason, where are you off to? I was told to journey to 5th and Remington Avenue. Fifth and Remington Avenue? What business do you have there? I'll do the asking, Caesar. You're not the only one with a mouth here, you know. And you're not the only one with a backhand, so shut it while you can. All right, but stop dollying, will you? Fifth and Remington Avenue, you say? Yes, sir. And what do you hope to find there? The Cambridge bookstore. You are looking to buy a book? No, sir. I seek one to wear the ring. Who might that person be? I know not who, but only that it is a she. A girl? And you don't even know her name? No, sir. What do you say I place the ring on my finger and see if it breaks the spell? But that cannot be, sir. Well, that's bloody stinky of you, if you ask me. I'm sorry, sir, but I must do what I was told. It is she who will wear the ring and break the spell. Leo slips the ring on his finger. There! How does it look, fellas? Grand, it's you, Leo. This will not do, sir. Sir, for I explained I must be on my way to the Cambridge bookstore with ring in hand. Are you a betting man, Jason? No, sir. What do you say I flip you for it? Heads, you keep your ring and take all the money in my pocket, and if it's tails, the ring stays on my finger. What do you say, boy? But I can't do such a thing, sir. Well, where's your sport, boy? Leo's trying to be your friend. Is this any way to treat your friend? I don't mean any harm. Then it's decided, then. I'm not sure I want to do this, sir. Of course you do, lad. Just call it in the air when he throws it. Go on, Leo. Give it a toss. Now remember, boy, you need to call out heads or tails when I give it a toss. Are you ready? I suppose so, sir. Leo finishes rubbing each side of the coin and gives it an upward toss. Call it, boy! Heads! The coin drops into Leo's palm. He slowly opens his fingers. Bloody wrong it is! I won, sir. It's heads. Right, you are, boy. Jason puts his hand out for the ring. Leo slowly slips it off his finger and places it in his palm. Thank you, sir. I must be off now. Wait, lad. You've got this coming to you. Open your hand. Leo reaches into his pocket, dropping a handful of change into Jason's hand. But I can't, sir. No. You won it fair and square. It's yours for the taking. You are a noble knight, sir. Well, it's been an honor meeting you, but I must be off now. First, let us give you directions on how to get there. Rupert, tell him how he should go. I don't bloody know how to get there. Of course you do. Improvise. As Rupert begins to fumble his way through giving directions, Caesar slowly moves behind Jason. Well, you first go down that street there until you come to a dip in the road which passes a small clock shop. Or it's a TikTok shop. Then go another half a block, and when you see a green pub sign saying O'Malley's, you turn. Just stop it, Rupert. You're sending the boy halfway around the world. Let me explain. Do you see the end of the alley? After you reach there, you turn to the left. At this moment, Caesar strikes Jason on the back of his head with a leather blackjack, sending him to the ground in a lifeless heap. What's this about, Caesar? Caesar grabs a ring from Jason. This is our ticket to the warm flat in salt bed you're talking about. I know just the person to bring it to, and he'll give us a fair price, he will. What you're talking is crazy. I want no part of it. The sound of a bobby's whistle is heard. The bobbies are on to us. Let's be off before they catch us. We can't just leave him there. We can't take him with us. Every man for himself, I say. Caesar grabs Rupert's coat sleeve, pulling him. Let's make a run for it while we still can, knights. Caesar and Rupert dash off into the night, leaving Leo circling Jason's lifeless form, not knowing what to do, as the bobby whistle continues to blow. Running back into the view is Caesar. Leo! Hurry up, man! We've got to go! Leo gives one last look at Jason, then runs into the night as Caesar follows behind. Within seconds, the bobby appears, tending to Jason. Are you all right? Jason shows signs of life, sitting up, rubbing the back of his head. You've got to be careful, lad. Rough characters wander these streets. Are you sure you're all right? I believe so, sir. From the looks of your costume, you must have been partying. No, sir. Did you, get a good look at them before they ran off? Yes, sir. Did they rob you of anything? My ring, sir. Well, you better come with me, then, to file a report at the station. I can't, sir. That's up to you, lad, but I'll make note of it if we catch up with those buggers. In case we do, what's your address so we can contact you? The Ram's Trough Inn, sir. The Ram's Trough Inn? I'm not familiar with that pub. Where is it located? Camelot, sir. Say again? Camelot, sir. Right, you are, mate. Let me make a suggestion. Get to a doctor as soon as you can and get your head looked at. I think they whacked you harder than you think. Yes, sir. Well, you look like you're going to be all right then. Do yourself a favor and don't drink any more before you get home. Camelot. That's a good one, mate. That's a good one. Camelot. Thank you, sir. The bobby walks off into the night, leaving Jason rubbing his head, now alone and discouraged, and Jason struggles to find answers for his quest as he begins to sing.
Who am I? What is this feeling my soul is revealing to me? Where am I? What am I doing here? Will I conquer my fear now? I think I must take charge and be in command. complete such a task, for there's no one to ask. I'm alone. I must try to set my doubts free, for they're counting on me back at home. I think I must take charge and be in command. I think I cannot be a boy any longer. I must be a man. For something inside is compelling me. I know I can if I try. It keeps telling me. I know the reasons or why they keep telling me. They know I can. If I set my mind to do anything, I know I can. If I try, I'll do everything. I know I must. If I'm going to be anything, I know I can. But who am I? What is this feeling my soul is revealing to me? Where am I? What am I doing here? Will I conquer my fear now?
Act 1, Scene 3. The light slowly rise on the interior of the Cambridge bookstore, with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, an old wooden counter, and a few high-back wooden chairs throughout the store. The place is sadly in disrepair. Present are Mandie Jennings, Edith Melroy, her longtime family friend of her late father, and Mr. Peabody, the architect. Mr. Peabody has a rolled-up blueprint under his arm and a clipboard in hand. The three are surveying the room. Well, well, Mrs. Jennings, your ideas for renovations are most ambitious.
You don't think I'm overdoing it, do you?
Anything's possible. But of course, money is always the question, isn't it?
Yes, something we're greatly lacking.
I've already discussed labor cost can be reduced with my nephew providing demo work. That is, if you're agreeable in allowing him to abide on site for several days until the work's complete.
That's not a problem, Mr. Peabody. We have additional rooms upstairs. Edith and I are staying upstairs as well, so we will be able to keep him well fed and comfortable during his stay.
Oh, that will be wonderful. Mandie, he won't be staying long, will he?
Don't worry, Edith. The work should be complete after 3 days tops. Isn't that so, Mr. Peabody?
Oh, yes. 3 days tops. Jason's strong back makes up for his shortage of intellect, but he's not the brightest, but he'll give you an honest day's work.
Well, we're set then, aren't we?
Yes, I already placed an ad in the paper for additional labor once the demo is complete, so don't be surprised by any callers that happen your way. If you don't mind, just jot their names down for any foreman when arrived.
That won't be a problem.
Well, Mrs. Jennings, I've got some polishing up to do on this construction plan, and will provide you a copy within the week.
My father would be so grateful for what you're doing for us.
It's the least I can do. He was a good man, your father was. Well, if we're all settled, I'll be off then.
Thank you, Mr. Peabody. Goodbye.
Mandie Jennings walks him to the door as Mr. Peabody departs. He'll be living here?
Just for a few days, Edith.
Why can't he rent a room elsewhere?
Well, apparently he doesn't live in London, and it's part of the bargain with Mr. Peabody to keep the costs down. We'll be all right, you'll see.
I'll be sleeping with one eye open. I will. Entering the bookstore is a local mailman. Hello? I'm glad I caught you, Mandie. I missed you yesterday and requires a signature if you don't mind. The mailman offers a letter to Mandie.
What have we here, Mr. Timms?
It looks official enough. For your sake, I hope it's good news. Her first reaction is quite troubling as she drops the notice to her side. From the looks of it, I'm the bearer of bad news, aren't I?
You needn't worry. It's not your fault.
Mandie signs his clipboard. This is one element I hate of this job. I hope it turns out well for you, Mandie. I must be off now, and keep your chin up. There'll be better news coming your way, you'll see.
We can only hope, Mr. Timms. Have a nice day.
And you do the same, Mandie. The mailman departs. What is it?
A notice.
I can see it's a notice, but what's it say?
The bookstore and the apartment have been sold.
Sold? To who?
It doesn't say.
Why? Why would Heloise do such a thing?
She's been talking about it ever since Father died, but I didn't think it would come to this.
So what do we do now?
It also says we're to vacate the premise in no more than 2 days.
The bloody old witch can't do that.
Yes, she can, and she will have us out unless...
Unless what?
Unless I can find my father's last will and testament.
A will, you say?
On my father's deathbed, a short time before he died, he mentioned it to me.
What did he say?
Only that he had left me the bookstore and upstairs apartment in a new will, drawn up without Heloise knowing about it.
What a wonderful man your father was, Mandie. It serves that old hag right that it should go this way. Why he ever married her in the first place is beyond me.
There's a slight problem, though.
And what's that?
I don't know where it is.
You don't know where it is? But he told you about it, didn't he?
I know it's somewhere in the bookstore, but he died before I could ask where he put it.
Nothing's to fear then. Your father said it was here, so we search the place until we find it.
But that could take some time, and we only have today and tomorrow.
Time's wasting then. I'm going upstairs to look through the office papers. Keep your head up, Mandie. There's time enough to find it. You'll see. Edith rushes upstairs to search for the hidden will. Mandie soberly looks about the bookstore as she sings.
This place is a mess, it's in shambles, that's true. How can I fix it up right? It's weathered and worn, oh, there's so much to do. It's run down and old, what a sight. I never thought things would end up quite this way. I must try my best to go on. I feel all alone now that you're gone. You told me that I'd be a princess someday and live in a palace brand new. I always believed every word you would say, and believe is just what I will do. I promise I'll make this place place nice just for you, a window or two, perhaps there. And they'll shine it bright with loving care. So don't worry, Father, you'll be proud of me. I'll make sure your dream will come true. I'll stand on my own 2 feet, just wait and see. This hotel will be looking like new. I guess I still have some growing up to do. I've depended on you for so long. I'll just have to carry on now that you're gone. I guess I still have some growing up to do. I've depended on you for so long. I'll just have to carry on now that you're gone.
As Mandie begins to climb the stairs to the second-floor apartment, Jason appears at the front door of the bookstore, opening it.
Hello, may I help you?
As Jason enters, he stands quietly staring at Mandie as if in a trance.
Are you all right?
Yes. Is this the Cambridge bookstore?
Yes, it is, but there's no way of knowing that, is there? We're having a new sign made, and unfortunately, it hasn't arrived yet.
Jason continues to stare at her.
I beg your pardon. Do I remind you of someone?
No.
You look like you know me. Well, anyhow, may I help you find a book?
A book?
Yes, we sell books here.
Oh, yes.
Well, do look around, and if you need any help, just ring the bell on the counter.
Mandie starts for the stairs. I'm Jason.
Jason?
Yes.
You're Jason.
Yes, fair lady. Mandie moves toward him with her hand outstretched to greet him.
Fair lady. I like that. It has a chivalrous ring to it. We weren't expecting you until later today.
You were expecting me?
Yes, your uncle explained everything to us, and we're grateful you're here to help.
My uncle?
Yes?
Merlin spoke with you?
Is that Mr. Peabody's first name? Well, he informed us about your lending a hand. Here, let me show you to your room upstairs. Is your luggage in the car?
Car?
I see. You must have taken the trolley then. Luggage?
No.
No matter. You're only here for a short while. Follow me and I'll show you to your room. If you need any clothes, my father's closet is full of them.
Mandie starts for the stairs. You're the lass, are you not?
Lass? I beg your pardon?
The one I seek, fair lady.
I'm not sure what you're asking me, Jason. What do you mean, the one?
The one to wear the ring.
Ring? I'm confused. Your uncle mentioned nothing about a ring.
But he did, my lady. He spoke of King Arthur's ring.
Jason, are you pulling my leg? Because if you are, it's working.
No, my lady, but I have unfortunate news to share. For only a day ago I lost the ring you are to wear.
I'm sorry, Jason, but I don't understand anything you're saying.
Edith enters from the stairway. I heard you talking. Who's this?
Edith, this is Jason. He just arrived.
Welcome to London, Jason. It's my pleasure, my lady. My lady? Aren't you the gallant lad? Spending time at the Renaissance Fair, I see?
I was just going to show him to his room.
Good. So you're here to do some work for us, Jason? Yes, I'm on a quest. A quest! I've never heard it put that way, but I suppose work is like a quest, isn't it? Yes, my lady.
Well, shall we?
Directing him to the staircase, Jason proceeds ahead of them. He's a little odd, don't you think? And as far as the other little matter goes, I came up empty, but we'll just keep on looking until we find it.
Thank you, Edith.
Mandie and Edith follow Jason up the staircase. Moments after they're out of sight, Kindwolf, who masquerades as multi-billionaire Mr. Ronald Blatchard, approaches the front door of the bookstore. Joining him is Heloise, an attractive woman in her 40s, smartly dressed, carrying a confident air as they enter. Well, Mr. Blanchard, here we are. I hope you're not disappointed with the property. From what I've been told, the neighborhood is increasing in value, and with the refurbishing of surrounding buildings, it can only rise higher, making your smart investment worthwhile. Yes. That's good news, but I have no intention of refurbishing. You don't? What will you do then? Why? Have it torn down, of course. My goodness, Mr. Blanchard, I had no idea. Why buy it then? For the land, Heloise. The real money is always in the land. Well, I can't really blame you for not wanting this decrepit place. For years I pleaded with my late husband to sell it off, but for the sentimental reasons he held on to it. It's rather gloomy, isn't it? Quite. I'm so glad you purchased the property, for now I can rid myself completely of that little prat of a stepdaughter of mine. Yes, she treated you poorly, hasn't she, my dear? Yes, like an anchor around one's neck. Always disrespectful and hateful, always placing blame but never acknowledging the good I did her father was enough to drive me insane. How dare she reprimand you and selfishly offend me? She deserves little kindness. She's nothing but a spoiled phony highness. We'll fling her into the streets and strip her of all her sheets. No mercy shall be given. She'll be a pauper among the living. Mr. Blanchard takes hold of her shoulders, looking deeply into Heloise's eyes. Heloise, you have no idea how your words thrill me to the bone.
I see something in your eyes, it's piercing and so cold. You're a man of all disguise, you're really something to behold. Take a chance and you will see your crimes I can adhere. We could be quite the ghoulish pair, because you're heartless, my dear. You are evil and unjust, you captivate the dark. You're a monster, you're insane, yes, you've quite a twisted brain. You're a vulture, you're a shark. I can't believe that this is so. My knight in black has come. Let's dance within the dark of night. Oh yes, for me you are the one. When I smell trouble in the air, I know that you are near. You're a cheat, you don't care, you're so wonderfully unfair. Because you're heartless, my dear. You just take my breath away, your passion's my desire. You're a fiend, you're a troll, quite an unruly soul. You're a tremendously faithful liar. I could stay home and cook you a fine feast while you prey on the sick and the old. I could help out and write contracts for you for all of the souls that have sold. We should be together and live forever in sin. Let's start with a celebration so this haunting romance will begin. Trust in me and you shall see. Together we'll create fear. Yes, you are the one for me. Because you're heartless, my dear.
Mr. Blanchard embraces Heloise with a kiss as Mandie enters the room from the staircase.
Am I interrupting?
Heloise slips from Mr. Blanchard's embrace, turning her attention to Mandie. Mandie, darling.
I wasn't aware you were stopping by today.
We happened to be in the area, so we decided to pop in, dear. Let me introduce Mr. Blanchard to you.
Hello, Mr. Blanchard. What business brings you our way?
Mr. Blanchard gracefully crosses the room and gently lifts Mandie's hand, giving it a kiss. It's a pleasure meeting you. Oh, haven't I told you? Mr. Blanchard has purchased the bookstore. Isn't that wonderful?
Why wasn't I informed of this?
But surely we didn't discuss all this after your father's untimely death. I vividly recall it as if it was only yesterday.
The dirt hasn't even settled on my father's grave, and now you're uprooting all he lived for.
I think you're being rather harsh, dear. Life's to be lived and not to be shackled to the silly past.
And please tell me why you're throwing me out.
Well, I suppose if you need another day, we could possibly stretch it.
You're heartless, Heloise. How can you disrespect my father's dream like this?
How dare you lecture me about his ridiculous dreams? He nearly bored me to death with them. May I say something?
You're her partner in crime. Why not?
You have every reason to be upset. And if I were in your position, I would feel just the same. But Heloise is perfectly innocent, for I am the one who insisted you leave.
For what reason?
I'm a businessman, and like all good, hard-working businessmen, we have our agendas to adhere to. Personal feelings have their place, but never in the world of business transactions. It's the bottom line that really matters. Some find themselves standing above it, and unfortunately others stand below it. One of life's harsh realities, I must admit. But as a gesture of kindness, I would like to offer you this small token of goodwill. Reaching into his coat pocket, he withdraws a white envelope, handing it to her. Enclosed is enough money to purchase a ticket to anywhere you would like to travel in the world, and the means to live there as a queen for the rest of your life. It's the least I can do for imposing on you this way. Mandie looks inside the envelope.
Is this a joke, Mr. Blanchard?
With that sum of money, it's hardly a laughing matter.
Here, you can have it back.
Mandie hands the envelope back to him. Don't be hasty. You may just live to regret it.
That's sincerely doubtful. Now, would you please go if you don't mind?
Go? You can't throw out the owner of his own building, Mandie? Mr. Blanchard intervenes. But, Mr. Blanchard... Come, Eloise. Let's not interfere with her packing. I'm sure she's got plenty on her mind. What? With where to go and what to do, and such things as that. You should be ashamed of yourself. He was only trying to be generous. You're so ungrateful. Now, dear, you mustn't get upset. Oh, Mandie, do make sure you're ready to leave by noon tomorrow, for I have a demolition crew arriving, and I wouldn't want you getting hurt. It was nice meeting you. Come, Heloise, I'm starved. Let's have lunch, shall we? Mr. Blanchard and Heloise depart from the bookstore. Within seconds, Edith storms downstairs into the bookstore. We've got a big trouble, little sister.
What kind of trouble?
Haven't you been listening to what Jason's been saying?
Don't pay attention to it, Edith. His uncle said he's not the brightest.
But Camelot, King Arthur, me, Merlin, and the Knights of the Round Table. We've got a living fairy tale nightmare upstairs.
What we've got is a boy with a fertile imagination, that's all. There's nothing to worry about. Besides, I think he's rather cute.
Dangerously delusional, if you ask me. Everyone will read tomorrow's headline. 2 girls slain with the mark of Lancelot on their foreheads.
This is the least of our worries.
If he wasn't sleeping under our roof, I would agree with you, but he is, and that makes him a huge problem in my book. Oh, has he told you about his ride here from Camelot?
Camelot?
Yes, the place where King Arthur and his merry knights live.
No, but you can't take him seriously.
I can! Trust me, I can! I've seen loonies like him before, full of smiles and giddy laughter. Then when you least expect it, they bite you in your hand!
I think you're getting carried away, Edith. Just know that's all.
But how? But how? See there? You can't come with one good reason why, can you?
Well, no, but...
Something's going on here. I don't know just what it is. I can feel it in my bones, all just the same. We must beware, we must take care. I feel our lives are in despair. I don't know why you told him he could stay. I can't explain it, but there's something that I've known for quite some time. I'm not sure that this is it, but it might be. It's not convenient, not right now, I'm not ready, and yet somehow it might be coming anyway, you see. We've got to use our heads, make decisions based on what he said, or we may surely wake up dead in the morning. We've got to keep our guard up, no we can't relax at all. We'll take turns standing watch until the day. We can't let him think that we're scared. We'll stay awake, we'll stay aware. We'll act bizarre to make him go away. He's eccentric, he's a nut, he's capable of who knows what. I don't trust him, he's a liar. You expect us to retire with this madman in a room, sneaking around up there alone. He's dangerous, he's trouble. He's a boy, he's just a boy. He's full of life, he's full of dreams. His heart is good, or so it seems. He's just a boy. And I might say I like his smile, and he's just here for a short while. I think he's cute, he means no harm. He's just a boy. What's the matter with you, girl? Have you gone insane? You're impossible sometimes. Have you no clue? What will it take for you to see life's unkind reality? Not everyone as good and pure as you. You've got to learn that trusting every person whom you meet can get you into trouble just like that. Take it from me, I've learned you see that what you least expect to be can pound you in the ground until you're flat. We've got to use our heads, make decisions based on what he said, or we may surely wake up dead in the morning. This is getting out of hand, I wish you'd try to understand. We must be ready for a fight, he might attack us in the night. I can't believe you are so blind, you've got to be out of your mind. We've got to use our heads, make decisions based on what he said, or we may surely wake up dead in the morning.